Welcome to yet another live broadcast here. We are at the Unam Soccer Stadium, right in the capital city of Namibia, that is Windhoek, as we bring you the live match here between South Africa versus Malawi. And today, very good Sunday for football, as we bring you South Africa versus Malawi. And I am with Lidiana, of course, here. And I am your commentator, that is Donald Borozinchwaro Mamputi Watsone. As we look at these two teams here, temperatures reaching up to 20 degrees Celsius for now, and the wind speed of 19 kilometers per hour this afternoon, as we just wait for the two teams to come out here. Remember that Zambia are the 12 times winners of these regional finals in the men's competition, with the champions now, South Africans, claiming 9 victories in these in this championship. Otherwise, Malawi have not yet win this regional showpiece competition, but did reach the final in 2003. That is some 22 years ago. Imagine. And now I think this would be the perfect time to perhaps lay their hands on this beautiful trophy here. Lidiana, your take on the upcoming match, especially now that you have followed these two teams all along in this tournament?
I think this should be a very exciting encounter to witness today. Both teams coming in from a very strong fight in the group stages, you know, with no losses in this competition. Both teams coming in strong with so much energy. There's so much, you know, finesse when these two teams play. I think both sides bring so much strength to the party, a lot of physicality we are about to see here. A very important encounter for both sides. Malawi looking to lift the trophy for the first time, and South Africa looking to retain their championship from last year. I think this is what we signed up for. This is going to be the match of the tournament. I'm so excited to be here.
And looking at the South Africans here, they played their first game in the group stages against Zambia, where they drew 3-3. And South Africa then played against Botswana, where South Africa won that game by 3-0. And then playing against Eswatini, winning that match again by 2-0. South Africa went through to play Angola in the semi-finals, and beating Angola there by 2-1. And then on the other hand here, Malawi had a good tournament, really. This is a real chance for them to perhaps make it out and take out their all, and perhaps claim victory and take this cup. As you can see there, Malawi coming through Zimbabwe by beating Zimbabwe by 2-1. Malawi then drew against Angola, Angola, and went on to beat Namibia by 2-0. And then Malawi in the semi-finals beat Zambia by 2-1. And there you have it there, just on your screen, as to the road to the final. The flags of the respective nations here coming out, and simply showing that it is a showtime in this final. It is a showtime in the last match of the championship here in Windhoek, Namibia. And there it is, Region 5 Youth Games. That ball will be kicked today here at the Unam Stadium, as we are just waiting for the two teams here to perhaps come out and show what they are made of. Not so sure as to what the delay is all about, but yes, the flags of the respective teams, respective nations here are out, and beautiful trees. Wow, it just shows you that it is really windy here. So I mean, what would be the advantage now? I mean, if the two captains have to meet the referees, you know, would it be wise to take the ball or to take the field in these windy conditions?
I think you want to start with the field because you want to start playing against the towards the wind, so that your opponent plays against the wind, because you don't want, especially when you like to play those long balls, those aerial balls, the wind is definitely going to have an effect on how those balls are delivered. You want to play against, you want the wind to be having an advantage there with the wind by your side. So I think you definitely want the field so that you get to have an easy first half. You determine how the game is going to go. You want to, determine who's going to be in the driving seat of the entire match, and that happens in the first minutes of the game. And I think the best thing to do right now is you choose the field instead of the ball.
As you can see there, the two teams coming out, and it is South Africa versus Malawi. What a big one as we wait for the national anthems of these two nations here. As we start with the national anthem of South Africa. The national anthem of South Africa. And now we are going to listen to the national anthem of Malawi. That was the national anthem of Malawi. As you can see, their supporters are here out in numbers, of course, as the two teams here are greeting each other, and the captains will be left with the match officials in a moment to make that very big decision. As you can see there, the starting lineup there for South Africa, making only one change there, as Neil Daniel Botloko comes in, and then Ompemete Sikhoto just dropping back to the bench. As you can see there, Ompemete Sikhoto at number 13 dropping back to the bench. Otherwise, it is what it is. And you can see there the technical lineup, Soletu coming in as the goalkeeper, Pokamosho, Sive Pama at number 2, and then Zimpiwe there, tasked to take that right wing and really bring in those crosses. Match officials for this afternoon here, we have Owen Mandende from Zimbabwe, we have Macario from Mozambique, and Klaus Masati, but the Bonifacius all the way from, or rather Masati from Namibia. Very important decisions there made by the two captains And I believe that is a collective decision, isn't it? It's not about him taking that side or rather taking that ball. It is a collective decision. But before coming to that, we see here Malawi coming in and making only one change as Mufat Nyonto coming on and Maxwell Saka number coming back here onto the bench. Talking of Maxwell Saka number. The number 13 coming back here to the bench, as you can see there, Moffat right in the center there. The two Preciouses, that is the number 5 and number 15. We are talking of Monja Wira, and then the other Precious as well, Junior Kwalenga. The commentators, they'll say, I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes. And the stage is set as we are just waiting for the match official here to get us underway. There you can see the young man in Neo Daniel Bosoko. And the number 10 players to perhaps watch for, Lydiana?
I think from the South African side, we should be seeing Stephen Lee Mendes, the number 8, a very exciting player there in the midfield. Also Emil Witboy, a very exciting one, you know, so feisty when he's on the ball. Very exciting, always has something up his sleeve. I think another exciting player to watch out for is the number 18, Tebogo Manklangeni. Also another exciting player to watch out for. And of course, their captain just leading the troop to victory time and time again, you know, just showing why he's the captain. From the Malawi side, we are supposed to see a lot of excitement. You know, these boys are so strong. They know what they are doing. They are such a well-oiled machine. You are looking at the likes of Mofat Mnyonto. You are looking at the likes of Mwisho Mango, the number 10, current top goal scorer of the tournament. You can see him there on your screen. Also the likes of Lamek Miti and their captain, who is also the number 7, Mishak Biliat, another exciting player who leads his team to victory time and time again. This is the match to be watching.
This is the match to be watching, and you can obviously watch this match online streaming with the COSAFA's YouTube channel, NBC1 as well, and NBC Plus. Watch out for the daily wraps on COSAFA website and social media pop-ups there, X, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, as well as YouTube. And it is on, as you can see there, the South Africans in all yellow and Malawi in all red. Can't wait for this one, as it has started already. The two teams coming forward here is the young man Zimpiwe Mlondo. Couldn't get to that one. And talking of the top goal scorers here, we have Mwisho Mango standing on 4 goals, and we have only 2 players that are standing on two goals now, and they are from South Africa. That is Stephen Mendes and then Emil Witboy. They will be looking at perhaps getting onto the score sheet here to give some competition here to Mwisho Mango. Is that a handball? Referee is not interested in that one.
Yeah, I think, as you mentioned there before, both teams coming in here to, you know, do their best. This is the last game that you are going to play. This is where you leave it all on the line. The stakes are so high. You want to win the gold medal here and take home the trophy. I think the South African side coming to retain their trophy, and then you have the Malawi side coming here hoping that they can lift the trophy for the first time. And I think this should be an exciting match. Both teams showing such tenacity in their group stage matches and also ruthlessness in the semi-finals. I think a lovely match we should be watching today.
Lovely match we should be watching. Goalkeeper coming out. Not a proper connection there, and goalkeeper goes down. He is, however, up, and that is Radebe. Soletu Radebe, the young man there. And
just look at that lovely free kick in there. I think a very crucial touch there from Radebe, just to make sure that he's on the safe side and not allowing that ball to pass him and get onto the head of one of the Malawi attackers.
There he is, Mlangeni, playing for Mamelodi Sundowns under 17. I mean under 19, pardon me. Now, South Africa looking at building from the back and talking of players that are currently on the score sheet now, but are still in contention to perhaps take the golden boot here. We have Neo Botloko from South Africa. We have Clifford Chisale from Malawi. Tandani Ntlongo from South Africa. Mokokosi, the captain, Njabulo Mzimela, and Sokot, as well as Sylvain, that is on the bench now. Talking of the players that are perhaps still in contention in claiming that golden boot. Now, Stephen Mendes failing to control that one. Another tackle there from behind, and referee says yes, it is a foul there for South Africa.
And I think this is a great opportunity. Just look at it. Oh, lovely skill there. Tried to spot Stephen there, and I think Precious Kwalenga definitely came in there, had a touch on him. You can see there's a shaft there. And I think that's a great spot for South Africa to get a free kick, especially this early in the game. You know, you want to unsettle your opponent, and this is a great opportunity that they could capitalize on that. Just look at that replay there.
Yes.
Neo just getting there. And ooh.
It was a hard one. Could have been a it is a goal! Out of nowhere! And the South Africans pulling one ahead here. Brilliant free kick there, pinpointing his teammate, and it is a goal here for South Africa.
I think that is straight from the training grounds. You know, he knew that he wanted to get that ball in between the goalkeeper and the defense, just to make sure that there's that uncertainty before between the defenders and the goalkeeper. He gets that ball, lovely ball in there, and Jabulo just spots that ball, you know, just goes for it, taps it in the back of the net, goes for far post. Goalkeeper did not stand a chance there. Look at the lovely ball in there by Emil Witbooi. You see the lovely stuff. He just takes that one touch, you know, goes directly to goal, just taps it in. Lovely ball in there by Emil between the goalkeeper and the defense. Jabulo spots it, lovely ball. Goalkeeper did not stand any chance there. I think a great opportunity taken there. They grabbed it with both hands, and now Malawi is trailing by 1-0.
Jabulo Mzimela getting on the score sheet there with that assist from the young Witbooi. As it is another foul here and a free kick for as Malawi took it there, and can see really struggling a bit, but they have been outstanding really. Unfortunate to perhaps concede in these early minutes of the match. But yes, it is after all a game of football here. Anything can happen. Perhaps that would be a sign, or perhaps for them to show their strength even.
Yes, and as I mentioned before, the wind has a huge effect. The wind is a huge factor in this game. You know, Malawi playing against the wind, you see, and the South Africans, you know, using the wind as an advantage with those aerial balls, getting them in there, just with a little push from the wind also. I think a lovely decision there by choosing the side from the South African side.
And there we have it, as we have played already 7 minutes into this first half. One player to watch out for is Emil Witbooi. I think he might be the most skillful player here on this pitch.
I think the Malawi side also has a lot of skillful players, especially when you look at the current top goal scorer, Mwisho Mango, also another exciting player, also very creative on the ball, technically very gifted. Woo! What a press there.
It was nearly a mistake there by the goalkeeper. In fact, a mistake, and going out there for a throw in. But I mean, the goalkeeper perhaps too much relaxed there.
Yes, I think he wasted a lot of time there. And, you know, the Malawi side, the attackers, they press so hard. They are intentional when they are pressing. And that is why they've been doing good in this competition. They do not allow players to have breathing space. So he needs to really watch out. If he keeps on doing that, he might get caught there with the ball.
And talking of the dangerous players there, perhaps players also to watch out. I know you have mentioned them already, but a player like Mwisho Mango can be deadly. And their captain, Mishak Biliat, from the Malawian side. Now, could be another opportunity. Yeah! South Africa!
What?
Oh, what a miss! However, brilliant play there by the South Africans. Coming through there with Simpiwe Mlondo with that cross. And he is always alone coming from that right side.
And an interesting fact here is, look at that run by Simpiwe. You know, in the last match, lovely stuff. Great ball in there, and Neo just, you know, couldn't get that last touch on it. But I think a lovely run from Neo also, just to get into that space, understanding where he wants to go. He wants to go far post. I think a lovely ball in there by Simpiwe, and unfortunate there that Neo couldn't put it at the back of the net, but a lovely run there. And an interesting fact is Simpiwe actually started as an attacker in the previous match, comes down as the winger in this match, and I think the coach did a great decision there, just moving him to a place where he can actually create these chances and opportunities for a player like Neo, who's coming from the bench and showing why he should have started in the last encounter.
Yes, Neo Bosuku really having a good match so far. The young man plays for Kaiser Chiefs. Now Malawi, they make something out of this one. Look at that, a twist and turn, and Stephen Mendes just coming out, collecting that one.
Oh.
Another foul there on Mlondo. There he is, the young man, and the captain Mishak Biliat as well. Goalkeeper in the end having that long one, and we are only 10 minutes now into this first half of this match. 10 minutes and the Malawians are trailing for now. Beautiful skills displayed there. Another long one there, but beautiful cross. Clearing there under pressure. Defense of South Africa. And now, look at Biliat. Mishak Biliat taking a shot. Oh! Snapshot. Showing that he still has it. Now.
It's definitely hot in here.
It is hot in there.
Wow. Just look at that replay there. Lovely ball from Mango to Biliat. Biliat, you know, just showing his skill there. Lovely ball there. And even brilliant save by Radebe. I think we should give credit to Radebe. That was a very lovely shot there by Mishak Biliat. And he was able to stop that. And I think this is where the Malawi attackers really need to start making those runs, running into those spaces. You know, when a rebound comes like that, you just want to tap it in at the back of the net. But the attackers were sleeping there in the likes of Lamek. You know, he was supposed to anticipate that ball actually.
And the referee, that is Owen Mandende, all the way from Zimbabwe. Look at that, another opportunity. No, that's an offside. Offside, therefore.
Saved by the whistle, if you ask me.
Yes, and Bad Boy coming through there, unfortunately was caught offside.
I think the South African side really chose intentionally where they wanted to start, because you can see they are doing with the aerial balls. They're going with the aerial balls. You know, choosing the route one, a long one over the defense, in between the defense and the goalkeeper, just getting those runners into those spaces, because the wind is definitely helping them in this. Just look at that lovely ball in there. Great run. I think it should have delayed a little, but also an even better call there by the assistant referee.
Now, remember that this year there is no qualification for CAF Continental competition after South Africa won the Total Energies CAF Under-20 Cup, Cup of Nations title in Egypt. That was around a month ago or so. And that tournament is played every 2 years. So for now, it will be about breaking rights and lifting up this trophy here. Now, Mendes for South Africa, it was nearly a 10-1. Very impressive. Not so sure if that could have been an offside. Now, Malawi coming forward here with Billiat, their captain. Look at that twist and turn again, teasing the defense there.
Ooh.
Wow. Oh. Bang! Toka Rohoma Shwe. As the number 14 there, brilliant play from him, showing some good skills. Another skillful player there in Third Boy. Third Boy always won that ball, isn't it? Always won that ball. Always creating space to get the ball and show his skills. Safuli had a great tournament, really. The number 14 of Malawi.
Yes, he's one of those players that always performs to his best. He never lacks, always trying to do the best that he can. Even when, in the last match, he started as a central defensive midfielder. Today he's pushed up in a more attacking role, but also a very defensively sound player, also very powerful in attack, a strong and willing runner, and a very creative player on the ball and off the ball, tactically also very aware.
There he is, Safuli, trying to get that short pass, and can't go through. Safuli, they're playing for Nyasa Big Bullets in Malawi. Referee not interested and says, play on. Look at that. Third boy.
Ooh, Precious Manjawira.
Precious Manjawira there in the back, trying to marshal that defense.
He's one of those players in the Malawi defense that never underperforms, always, performing to his best ability, always reading those balls, intercepting those balls. I think his game analysis as a defender is very crucial for the Malawi side, and they are very happy to have him at the back there.
Could be a 50-50 ball here, and as the referee says, it's a foul for South Africa. And they are up in arms here, the supporters of Malawi. Not really happy. Look at
that replay there. I think a little too easy there. I think a little too easy. I understand why the Malawi fans are up there in disappointment.
Now, Third Boy 1-2 there for South Africans, playing it back there to the defense. They are really creating spaces here, the South Africans. Knocking that ball around. Mlangeni, Tebogo, the number 18, very solid in that defensive midfield.
Feisty James. A great interception there by James.
Yes. And another one here for Malawi, really, as if they are struggling a bit here. And the young man there in Mango has been very quiet. That is the young boy, Mlangeni Tebogo, all the way from Soweto, in Zondi, playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, under 19.
Lovely defensive work there by Precious Manjawira, just to make sure he stops that attack, because I think that was going to be a very dangerous one if that pass was going to go through the center backs of Malawi.
Now, Malawi coming off this time. An shot! That is what he is known for. Mango Mwisho, unfortunately, couldn't get that one on target.
Ooh.
Look at that boy taking 2 players on.
Hey!
Look at that!
Hey,
And the crowd is up here. South Africans are starting to show off now.
Ooh, it's dancing feet everywhere.
Mlondo to Mendes. Mendes with that cross and managing to get his player there. And disappointingly, there for Njabulo Zimela. Now, Mango really turning things on here for the Malawian team. And is he going to shot that one? Look at that one! Is that a penalty? No, there is the referee. And everybody here in the stadium is up, wondering as to how. How is that possible?
That is lovely defensive work there, you know. Just getting his body in there, using his body and, you know, just using it, just applying the right amount of pressure, especially in the box there. That could have gone bad for the South African defenders, but also just him understanding that he needs to just destabilize Mango there, because Mango in front of goals is not a joke. He is ruthless in front of goals.
He has been quiet, Mwisho Mango. He has been quiet all of a sudden, now bursting into action here. Powerful run there indeed from the young man. And now Malawi on the attack. Really, they have waken up Malawians now. Look at that shot. Couldn't come through as Mendes there.
You know, so far I think Mendes also is having a good game. He's involved in a lot of play, just also winning those balls for South Africa in the middle. I think his pressing ability is also something that is very wonderful to witness.
And South Africans playing it back there to Sive Pama. Goalkeeper opting for a long one there. And the captain there, that is Mishak Pilia. Couldn't get to that one. Sive Pama with that throw-in. What a match that we are having here.
I think this is the intensity we want to see, especially when we are watching a final. You know, both sides understanding that they want to win this, bringing their A game to each other. I think lovely football we are witnessing. This is what we want to see.
Mishak Piliat quite happy there to play it with Kwalenga Precious. And I wanted to play it very quick there, but then the referee calling it back and saying the ball was still rolling. Coming through Malawi from the back.
Oh, lovely pass.
Lovely pass. Safuli couldn't that. Just right in front of the referee there.
I heard the impact of that. I hope it's okay.
I think it will be a yellow card here for Safuli. Yes, it is a yellow card for the young man Safuli.
I think that was a great interception there by Tebogo, you know. He's doing such a great defensive work and also helping in attack. Just dropping in there to just create numbers in defense there. Just look at that replay. Intercepts that ball. Lovely stuff from him. And yeah.
No, I think he just went softly down. I mean, if you look at that again, look at that number 14.
But I did hear the impact. Just look at that fall there. You know, there must have been an impact. I could actually hear that from up here.
Oh, yeah. And there you have it. That's the young man, Tebogo Mlangeni. There is the yellow card confirmation.
Just look at that replay. What a run there from Mango. You know, I think that is where he was supposed to take that shot. Just look at that.
And another foul there for Mendes.
Oh, and you can see the coach's reaction there.
Again, the yellow card confirmation, but other than that, Mendes brought down. Could be another chance here for South Africa to extend their lead from that free kick. I mean, from where the goal came in, or from where they got the goal, it was in that similar position.
Yes, it's looking like a repetition for me.
Yes.
And I think the Malawi defense really need to do a better job this time around. And the goalkeeper, just look at that replay there. You know, Steven gets to it first. Yeah, I think a little too soft there by him, you know. And Tembulo also, I think he needs to be careful, especially in their half, because the South African side is really good with those free kicks. You can see they have really practiced those free kicks.
Luciana Fanuel, the goalkeeper there, organizing his one-man wall, or perhaps two-man wall. And the same player that assisted in the first goal here, that is Emil Vetboy, taking that free kick again. And perhaps also taking instructions there from the bench. Tabo Rara Vela Kumalo. And now, almost a repetition of the first goal. But then, not so perfect free kick, isn't it?
I think that was an easy catch for the goalkeeper, Fanuel.
Yes, and now offside. Just went off a little bit earlier, and hence committing that offside. It is still game on here between South Africa versus Malawi. Malawi trailing by a goal to 0. Goal courtesy of Njabulo Nzimela. Another one there, Mendes. Mendes getting to that ball. Could be another opportunity there for South Africa. And now, trying to line up for that shot. Look at Mlondo. And now, Malawi getting a chance here to break. Can they? And the captain here, Mishak Billiat, getting to that one. Trying from far, but blocked as well. Safuli playing it back there, all the way to Precious, or rather Precious Kwalenga. The other Precious playing now to the other Precious as well. Precious Kwalenga and Precious Unjawira. And now Mango playing there to Tebulo. Tebulo leaving it there for Kwalenga. And they are on. Mango, what can he do? He is a bit far, but we have seen him being capable of making those long runs. Vetboy to Mendes. Mendes playing it quite nice there, but unfortunately a wrong pass. And now Malawi now with Tebulo. Tebulo Safuli, Mango. That James trying, attempting from far here. Very ambitious indeed. And now Mendes being sandwiched by two players there in Moffat Nyonto. Now taking on three players. Safuli helping out the teammate there. It is difficult. Malawi taking that one again. Trying from far. Over the crossbar. Over the crossbar. It's like Malawi a bit coming short, isn't it? Now trying to attempt those long balls.
But I think he could have done better with it. You know, he could have given a cross for the runners to run into that and just tap it at the back of the net. You just want to get it, you know, between the defense and the goalkeeper. I think a little too ambitious there from him. And if they start with that, I don't think it will be easy for them to score.
Malawi now from the back. Njawira Precious playing it there with Tebulo. Tebulo playing it back there to Precious. Precious trying to locate Mango there. And now it is Malawi for now. And that is Mishak Billiat. Wrong pass. Instead playing it to Langeni. But as the referee says, play on. Now, look at that. And And another foul there for South Africans. And another yellow card there for the number 7, that is Mishak, the captain. Another yellow card there. 2 players from Malawi here has got yellow cards. That is Madaliso Safuli as well as Mishak Piliat. There he is, the captain. Taking one there for the team.
Just look at that replay there. Great skill there. Ooh. I think that was the only way he was going to stop him, because by the look of things, he was going to, give that aerial ball once again. And the South African attackers run with so much pace, with so much intention. And I think that was going to be another goal-scoring opportunity. But I think Mishak really understood that that was the only way he was going to stop him.
Now, another interception there. Player there toying with the ball. Another foul there. Could be another opportunity here, at least for Malawi to perhaps throw something there up front. And that is the young Lamek Miti. Lamek Miti has been quiet as well in that right flank. Now, Malawi, will that cross ever come in?
Ooh.
Yes, look at that. Showing
What
some
a
skills
turn.
as well, yes, and another free kick there for Malawi, coming closer to the goal post of South Africa. And as you can hear,
Just look at that lovely stuff there. What a turn. That is what Mango brings to the table.
Yes.
Every single match, he never underperforms, He has lifted expectations. We expect a lot from him. And I think he does so well every single time he gets on the pitch.
Mwisho Mango playing for Ascent Soccer back home in Malawi. Another free kick there. Rather disappointing one there from the young man. Managed to kept it in. And now goes out for a throw-in for Malawi. Mango immediately coming back to take in that throw-in. Now, Malawi still in possession here. Quite under pressure, and Langeni. Mendes, remember, he's playing as a second striker, and he falls very deep into that midfield to go and perhaps help out. And now, Malawi, can they shoot that one from far? Yes! Goalkeeper well positioned in the right spot. As we have played 31 minutes now into the first half of this match. Still South Africa 1 and Malawi 0. Playing it there with Tebulo. Munjawira. Where is he going to play that one? Munjawira, Precious. Now, really the captain, Piliat, trying to pass through Mendes there, but instead getting fouled, and Malawi quickly playing that one. 50-50. Look at that. Nobody's, the young man there in Kamohelo Marelete pulling back.
Yes, I think Precious Kwalenga really coming in there hard, and he just knew that he needed to pull back there, otherwise he might have gotten injured. Ooh.
Another foul there against Mendes. Stephen holding his hip, indicating that he is injured, but trying to shake it off, really.
Just look at that replay there. I think,
Yeah. Bukamosho Mokokoto. That is the captain of South Africa, Mokokosi, rather. There he is on the ball. Bukamosho. So, what are they going to do, the South Africans, without a free kick? How well is Malawi prepared there in the defense? And well defended, well taken care of, hands not out of the woods. It is in fact an offside there for Malawi. To perhaps take a little bit of a breather there, and playing it there from behind. The talisman there, that is Princess Munjawira. Londo for South Africa. Getting caught from behind, and it is another free kick there for South Africa. Londo really having some energy there, Simpiwe.
Just look at that replay there. Lovely, protecting the ball there. Nice touch, showing just great skill and strength. I think, yeah, Safuli definitely caught him there on the boot.
And he should be very careful. That is Madalizo Safuli. He is on a yellow card for now. Wouldn't want to lose a player of that magnitude here in this final here. Try very hard there, and then Mango to Mishak Billiat. Billiat playing it back there to the young Tebula. Nice play there by Mango. And I can tell you now, from what I can hear, the crowd here, most of the cheers are coming in for Malawi. Not so sure if I am 100% correct here, but from the noise that I hear, especially when they have the ball.
Yeah, at the moment they are trailing.
And another one, yeah, could be another opportunity. Disappointing, really. Should make use of those chances.
Too easy there for Radebe. They really need to do better with their shots that they are attempting at goal, because in the past few minutes they have had the most chances.
Blondo coming out is the goalkeeper Luciano Fanuel. But yes, another good play there from the South Africans. However, now in possession, Malawi, captain there with the back heel, and it is a push, says the referee. Foul committed there by Sive Bama. Goalkeeper coming all the way out.
Just look at that back heel, the lovely back heel by Billiat. Tepulo goes to it. Yeah, there's definitely a push there by Palmer on Tepulo.
Now another one, as you can see, the Mango really wants to play, and he is going to exhaust himself if he keeps on running from far. He would have. He is a player that you wish he can be there up front to always be near the goal post of the South Africans. But now he always have to run from far.
Yeah, but he's a creative player, you know, and when there's a problem of getting out of a space, he's the player that they are looking for, you know. Mango always comes up with a solution, also with the likes of their captain, also another problem solver. So I understand why.
Look at that, Mishek failing on that one. Could be another opportunity. Oh, Malawi. And a foul for South Africa. It was nearly there, isn't it,
yes,
for Malawi?
I think they really need to up their game, especially the attackers today, you know. By now, just look at that replay there. Oh, what a miss. But, you know, they were handed an opportunity there by the captain, Bokomoso, and they could have done better with it. I think it should have ended at the back of the net there.
Really Bokomoso there from South Africa couldn't handle that one properly. In fact, he was under pressure. Now, Mlondo against Tebulo. Look at that. Beautiful one. But it is out for a goal kick instead.
And James just making sure he gets that touch on that ball. He has been very quiet in this game. Not the James that we have seen in the group stages and the semi-finals. I'm not so sure as to why he's absent in the game, but his team really needs him. The likes of James and Tebulo really need to up their game in this game.
It would be really interesting if Malawi can pull one back here. But yes, it is up to them to come forth and show what they are made of, or rather what they are capable of. Look at that, finding those spaces. That is what the South Africans are so good at, you know, finding those spaces, creating those spaces. Look at that player there, running around really. Is that a free kick? Referee says no, and that is Neo Bochoko, player that was running all around. Mango, there he is. Give him a chance, and he will hurt you. Another push there, foul for South Africa.
I think the reason why the Malawi side aren't going forward and towards the final third of the South African side, or rather the box, is because they don't share the ball. They want to individually get in there, you know, looking for individual glory. And right now is not the time for that. They just need to start sharing that ball, get into spaces, you know, be willing runners up front there. Same thing that the South African attackers are doing, and I think they should be good to go, because that is what they were doing in the group stages, and it helped them a lot. So I don't know why their gameplay changed, but they really need to go back to the basics and how they used to do it in the first few matches of this tournament.
40 minutes played into this first half. And just as the score confirmation there, South Africa still leading by a goal 2-0. Now, playing it back, way back to Manja Mwira. Was that another Precious? This time around, Lamek Miti. That's rather Mango on the ball. At the end of the day, it will be too much for him. Trying to take on some three players there. Could be another mistake here by the defense of Malawi. And now, Mango always want to go solo.
Yeah, that's rather Tebulo. And once again, a Malawi player trying to go, you know, take on the South African side. And the South African defenders, you know, doubling up with the midfielders coming in there to help with defense, just adding numbers in defense and making it so difficult for the Malawi side. They really need to do better with, you know, trying to keep those balls, because they keep running into traffic and keep losing that ball, and the South Africans always counter-attack.
Another corner there for Malawi. So fully taking that corner, goalkeeper, very easy take. And immediately launching a counter-attack there to Footboy. Footboy between two players there, pushed and getting a foul there against him, or rather for him. Long one there. Goalkeeper rather coming out and claiming that one. Remember, Malawi really didn't do well this time around in this tournament. But has managed. They have managed to be runners-up. That was in 2003. Very long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now they are here today. This is the best possible chance for them to lift this trophy here. But then, from how things are going now, it seems as if South Africa are going to take this one again. But yes, it is still the first half here as we are waiting for the second half. As the first half would come to an end in a moment. Now, can they perhaps get something here? Pull an equalizer, perhaps, before end of this half? Would be very interesting. Another foul there for South Africa.
And from the group stages, we know that the Malawi side do better in the second half than they do in the first half. You know, a side that always shows a lot of mental strength when it comes to those dying minutes of the game. You know, are able to press high, especially in those last 20 minutes of the match, and just score those goals. It happened against Namibia also, where they scored those 2 goals. I think the Malawi side are very strong in the second half, and they should be looking forward to the second half, because that is where they actually thrive. You know, their fitness levels are so high, especially in those last minutes of the match.
Now, Mlondo. Bring it back there to Bokamosho. Relaxing a bit, Bokamosho, perhaps indicating there that he is intending to waste a little bit of time in holding on to that one. Another one there to Stephen Mendes. Couldn't really control that one. Another throw in there for Malawi. Can they quickly take that one? Yes. Now, James coming through, and 2 minutes of added time. Captain Mishak Billiard, precious there, failing really. And Nzimela, a long one to Bad Boy. What can Bad Boy do? Well intercepted.
Lovely defensive stuff there by Precious Manjawira. You know, not falling for his body, you know, that little feint that Emil did there, and just looking at the ball, you know, having his eyes on the ball, understanding that, you know, it's the ball that I want, it's not the man, just staying on his feet. Lovely defensive work there by Precious Manjawira.
Indeed. Look at that. Precious Kolenga. Bring it to Safuli. Mango again from the center line here, trying to run, and one player that can really shoot from far. He has the powers to do so. Safuli playing it there to James. And could be another wrong pass here, another opportunity here for the South Africans, running really strong. Goalkeeper coming out. Look at the goalkeeper. Oh, I thought it's caught it outside the box, but no, it is offside. It is offside for now. And Malawi playing it there from the back with the young Manjawira. And for now, it is halftime, says the match official here. That is the referee. And your take on this one in the first half, Lydiana?
I think a great first half to watch both teams, you know, putting in the work and the effort to try and score. But I think the South Africans, you know, just scoring that early goal, making sure that they are in the driving seat of the first few minutes of the game, you know, considering the fact that the Malawi side always comes at the South African defenders. I think a lovely take there from the South Africans, and to make sure that they score that goal, I think a great plan, a great execution and a lovely goal, lovely team effort also in trying to stop the Malawi side from scoring those goals. I think we need to give credit to the South African side for their tactical awareness in how they drop behind that ball, just to make sure they have numbers in defense when the Malawi side is trying to attack. And I think the attackers also coming to the party, willing runners, you know, just trying their best there to get those balls in the right spaces. But I think also with the Malawi side, I think great team effort in trying to get up front there, trying to get those shots. You know, they need to do better with those balls. They just need to start sharing the ball a bit more, go back to the blueprint that we know from the group stages and the semi-finals. The Malawi side that would share the ball, you know, that would support each other in play. But other than that, lovely football display from the Malawi side, and I think great defensive work from the Malawi side also.
As you have it, as we are waiting for the highlights, and it is halftime here. South Africa leading by 1-0 of Malawi. And looking at the highlights, that is when the two teams made their way to the first half. And as the two teams were perhaps greeting each other there, referee got us underway, and it was South Africa immediately launching a long one there. And look at that, strong run, manage, or rather couldn't manage. Kick there by Malawi. Look at Mendes coming out there, the goalkeeper not connecting so well. And that is the score when the young man there in Jabulo, Kayale to Nzimela, scoring that one, and the assist there from Boy. Celebrations going on there for Njabulo, Kayale to Nzimela. Can see that the goalkeeper running all the way from his goal post and joining the celebrations. Look at that, Mlondo trying to get that one. Unfortunately, the young man there in Neo Botloko couldn't really get to that one, but brilliant play there, as it was just. And look at that, Mishak Bilia, the captain, taking it upon himself to drive that one in, and unfortunately the goalkeeper stretched as if he didn't expect that one as well. Look at that, diving for that one. And there it is, Mlangeni, look at him. And I can tell you, one of the crowd favorites here. And now Mango busting through that one. Look at that run, and the referee there saw nothing wrong as he falls to his back in disappointment, obviously. Look at that run coming through. Mango all the way, taking on some 4-3 players, and unfortunately, referee didn't see anything on that. And he was right in front of the referee. Look at that, Mango again trying from out of the box, perhaps just failing to connect properly with that one. And that was it for the first half, as we will meet in the second half of this match. Bye for now.
here in the heart of Namibia, where red dunes meet ocean blues, where sunsets write poetry across the sky. A new chapter is about to begin. From Swakopmund's breeze to vintage rhythm, we don't just play for points, we play with purpose, with pride, with heart. In 2025, we welcome you, Region 5, 10 nations strong, not just to compete, but to connect, to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle. Our people, they know strength. And our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home. Feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
It is the Region 5 Youth Games 2024. We're excited for you to join us in the land of the brave, Windhoek, Namibia. We're also excited for you to join us on the socials, and we have 3 main hashtags for these games. And I've got my chairman here, as well as my general manager, to share with us the hashtags. Hashtag
Own the moment.
and hashtag,
I am Region 5.
and it is hashtag More Than Games. We're excited. Join us on those socials. Join us, share your videos with us, and walk this journey with us. It is Region 5 Youth Games 2024. See you there.
My name is Jacqueline Gertze. I am the General Manager for the Local Organizing Committee for the Region 5 Youth Games, Namibia 2024. The beautiful thing about the Region 5 Youth Games is that is your biggest multi-sport event in the SADC region. From our side as the Local Organizing Committee and from the desk of the General Manager, you know, all systems are running. And as a country, we can with confidence say we are ready to welcome 9 other nations into Namibia as early as from 29th of June. For the first time also, this is the 11th edition, but for the first time, Special Olympics is part of the multiple sports event such as this, which is the Region 5 Youth Games. So inclusivity stands out as a very big highlight. And then also, not only inclusivity in terms of special athletes, athletes of disability, but also women, girls and boys competing in different sports codes with equal opportunity. It's a very big moment for communities and the nations to gel, to come together, get to know each other, and really represent the African Union vision. The main factor here is sports infrastructure development to enable everybody to have access to sports. Namibia always promoted the active participation of young people in arts, music, sport, and so on, but one thing was missing, and that is that we don't have access to sports facilities for everybody that loves the game. These games is basically creating that. We are representing the government of Namibia. When they speak, they refer to boys and girls, able and disabled. There's no moment in these games, and over the times that I have lived into sport, that I have seen leadership speaking with the same voice in terms of inclusivity. And that is, for me, the best space to work in, and that inspires me a lot.
My name is Ndoripula Hamtumwa. I'm the chairperson of the Region 5 Youth Games. Namibia is known for hosting major multidisciplinary games. As you recall, in 2006, Namibia hosted this edition, and that created a platform for us to be able to host junior multidisciplinary competition, such as the AU Region 5 Youth Games. We have the systems in place, therefore Namibia is destined to host these major games. This is a platform where we shape characters, where we shape new ideals, where we create friendship, where we begin to speak about economic empowerment, youth empowerment, and this creates excitement. This brings in the nerves to make the competition great, because this is where we break barriers. Destiny is only shaped by those that believes in working with the youth. And for me, I remain indebted to these young men and women who believes that Africa must arise, and it can only be arise by bringing everybody together and bringing the youth at the center of development. My wish is that when all the athletes that are coming here, they must come with an open mind that dreams can become a reality. Sport has the power to create an economic enhancement in the lives of all the athletes. So I wish all the athletes that are coming here all the best, and as I said, all dreams are valid and they can be a reality through sport.
Welcome back to the second half of this match here. That is between South Africa versus Malawi. As we are waiting for the second half to kick off, it is South Africa now leading by a goal to none, that of Malawi. And Liliana, I should say, from the two teams, Malawi has played good, but then they are banging on, that individual brilliance, as whereby South Africa has been playing as somehow a team.
Yeah,
So
and I
your
think
observations
the South African side also, I think they did their homework on the Malawi side, just trying to win those balls in the middle of the park already. The South African midfielders are doing such a great job in their positioning, just intercepting those balls from the Malawi attack. I think that is why South Africa has the upper hand coming into the second half, because they are able to contain the Malawi defense, and they are such a mobile defense. So for them to be able to contain them in the manner that they did in the first half, I think great work from the South African side, especially their midfielders. And the Malawi side really should do better, but we have known them to be the side that comes out comes out very strong in the second half, and I think the Malawi side should be able to give us what they've been giving us in this tournament, in the group stages and in the semi-finals, by coming in strong in the second half.
I think Mwisho Mango needs to stay up front there, instead of perhaps coming way all the back to the midfield. At some point, being in the defense as well, to come and collect and run at a certain point, then it would be too much for him. But yes, not so sure if there is any substitution. We have seen number 15, is it Neo Botloko?
Yes.
Coming out And in comes Sokoto. And the referee says, yes, it is play on here. As Sokoto, come on, Umpimete. Early substitutions there by the South Africans. And now, James Songole. I mean, the supporters of Malawi would be hoping that the final instructions from the coaches will bear fruits here. But sometimes that is the case really. Players would come out and really play to their coach's instructions. At times they would be failing. Now Mendes playing it this side here to Neo Botoko. Not finding him, and Malawi picking it up here from the middle of the park, and then from the center line there he is, Mango. Would always want him to be somewhat there amongst the defense line. He is perhaps better off with running towards the goal and then using that speed of his to take those powerful shots. But yes, we remain to see as Steven Mendes comes up there.
Just look at that replay there. Lovely ball there by Mango to Moffat and Steven. I think unnecessary, especially when you have them facing directly to your goal. Right now, Malawi has a free kick, a great opportunity, a great position. They could capitalize from this, and it could be a 1-1 situation.
Yes, and the referee says yes. Mafuli taking a long one.
Oh.
Disappointing, really, from the young man there. Very ambitious, isn't it, for him?
Yeah, I think he could have done better with that because it was a great position. He should have done better, not even could. He should have done better with that. If they really want to, stay in this game, they really need to up their game.
Mukamo Shaw playing there in the middle of the park. Now, Precious playing out a long one. Mango is there.
Ooh.
Kunu. Now James coming through there, and could be another opportunity here for Malawi, trying to line that one out, and Langeni. Could be another opportunity here for South Africa. Look at that, that boy coming through. You see? No.
What a save!
What a save from Luciano Fanuel. And now Mango on the other hand, not getting to that one, but what a golden opportunity there for that boy to pull the second one.
And I think great goalkeeping there from Fanuel. Just look at that lovely pass there, and Emil just using his pace once again, his skills, looking up, spotting the goalkeeper, just trying to catch the goalkeeper off his line, and lovely goalkeeping there from Fanuel. Look at that pass once again. Woo, what a run, what a run. I think lovely goalkeeping there, not being shook by that. He stands his ground, goes for the tackle, gets that touch, a very crucial touch on that ball to keep his side in the contest and in the run for this gold medal today. I think the Malawi side really need to do better, but lovely goalkeeping there from Fanuel. I think that is why he starts time and time again, gets those minutes in and those caps in for his national team. Lovely goalkeeping.
Luciano Fanuel, the goalkeeper of Malawi, really keeping it very tight there at the back with that brilliant save, and perhaps Emil Verdboy failing to pick up a spot there and just direct it to the back of the net. But then credit really goes to the man that did the best, that is Luciano Fanuel, and playing there for Chiba Real Stars back home in Malawi. James Zongole with that throw in. Look at that, another foul there for South Africa. Will that player be able to get up? And that is the young man there in Mlangeni, Teboho.
I think defensively he's doing such a lovely job there for the South African side. Teboho always reading those runs, trying to intercept those passes just to stop the attack already from the midfield. I think he's doing such a lovely work in this game.
Now, they line up for that one.
Whew.
Brilliant play by James Songoli. Look at James. Got a handball. I think the coach here on the touchline for Malawi screaming for one there. But the referee not really interested, and it will be a goal kick as they play it short there with Bukamosho Mokokosi. Now comes the Malawians here with Mango. Mango can shoot from there. Unfortunately, way off target. And he is not afforded enough space there by the South Africans. They know how dangerous he can be at some point.
But I think if he would have looked up, he would have seen the run from Safuli coming down the line, and then he would have seen the movement from Lamek, also the number 18, you know, just trying to give him that space and that option for him to make that pass. But he once again just trying to do, you know, that is what he does. He performs at his best. He's a problem solver, just trying to solve the problem here of not scoring a goal. And I think it's costing them because now they're wasting opportunities that they could have, you know, dealt with in a better fashion.
Another throw in there for the South Africans as they are looking to keep things tight there at the back. But really anything can happen. That is the young man there in Vert Boy. The Vert Boy.
I think he might have been caught on his Achilles there.
Yes, I think he is good to go as well. As they play with Bokamo Shaw there from defense, and Stephen Mendes brought down, or rather a foul there for Malawi. Stephen Mendes, look at that foul there.
Yeah.
He is the one that actually pushed, says the referee.
I think he tried to protect the ball, didn't go his way. There was definitely a push from him there on Mofat.
Another long one there under pressure. Mendes going up as well. Look at that turn. Nice one. Here comes Safuli. Safuli turning again, trying to take a long one there, but it was instead blocked. And now South Africa comes forward. James Songole had a good game, really. Look at that, Mlondo. Really fighting there in the middle of the park. And Tabokamo shot the captain, Mokokosi. As always, would take those. There he is, Bukamo Shaw, being the captain of the team this afternoon. Trying to get to Mendes there. And a foul there by Kamohelo. Maraleti. And the crowd here for Malawi is really vocal. You can clearly hear them singing here. Another push there spotted by the referee. And it is a foul for Malawi. What can James Msongole do with that one? The short James Msongole. Now, look at that. The young Nantunga, another kick there. Couldn't really get it right. Instead, it is a goal kick. And so far, only one substitution that we have witnessed. And so far, nothing indicating that there is any movements that is happening from both benches. No activities here on the benches. Goalkeeper of South Africa, I'm not so sure if that is a lack of confidence, but he seems to be a bit slow when he has to take those kicks from the back. Sorry, handball, says the referee, and another free kick here for Malawi. Playing it very quick there, as the number 19 there, Yusufu Nantunga, trying to fight for that one. I'm not so sure if it is the wind factor here, Lydiana, but South Africa seems to be struggling to get out of their half now.
Yes, because their style of play, game approach in the first half was those aerial balls that they were getting in at the back of the Malawi defense, trying to get that, use the wind advantage to their advantage. And I think now they're struggling a bit because the long balls will not work for them anymore, because now they're playing against the wind. And that is why the Malawi side look like they're the ones that are actually, in the driving seat of this game in the second half. But I think they need to start looking at another game plan, the South African side, if they want to keep their lead that they're having here or score more goals.
As we remain and see, there it is. Another throw in here for Malawi, quickly taken. They don't want to waste time here. Safuli, nice turn there, giving it to Mango. Mango still in possession, giving it back to Safuli. Safuli, Mango. Mango, Safuli. Safuli. Safuli making a turn there. Another nice cross. Not so sure what Michel Billiard was thinking. You need to fly in, isn't it?
I
Just
think
to
we
give
didn't
it a
expect
touch, isn't it?
Same way we didn't expect it. You saw Safuli just there throwing off those players there. Look at that lovely skill there from him. Woo! Wandu Hanjala. And then he gets that lovely ball in there. I don't think Billiard expected it. And they should really do well with their anticipation. Lovely skill. Look at that skill. Two players.
Another yellow card there for the goalkeeper, as that is actually time wasting. And look at that.
It was a lovely ball in there.
Lovely ball
Billiard should have done better with that.
Should have dived even to just give it a touch. Could go anywhere.
A goal is a goal, no matter how it goes in. The moment it gets at the back of the net, it stands as a goal. It does not say what kind of a goal you scored. And I think the Malawi attack really needs to up their game, pull their socks up, and just get more involved in this game. Lovely stuff there from Safuli.
And that South Africans claiming that one, saying it is a foul against, or rather for them, but referee not really interested. And here they comes with James Msongoli. Safuli playing it there to Mango. Or is it the number 18 rather, Lamek Miti? And there is a player down. Medics are called in to give some attention to the player there.
I think the likes of Lamek and Mango really making the same mistake over and over. They're constantly refusing to see those runs that are coming from the wingers, especially from their captain. Just trying to get into those spaces. They really need to start looking up and spot those runs that their players are doing, that their players are making, if they really want to get in the final third of the South African side, or even in the box of the South African side and score the goal that they are really looking for.
Remember,
just look at that replay there. I think he could have done better. He had a runner here with the likes of his captain on the right wing. He had a lot of space, and Billiard is so good with those distributions, getting them in the right places in the box. I think he could have used Billiard there instead of trying to force that pass. James definitely wasn't ready to receive that ball, and they lost the ball so cheaply.
Mofat Mnyonto. Mofat Mnyonto, the player that is out for now, and as you can see, they're receiving some medical attention. And really, Malawi have yet to win the regional showpiece. But they did reach the final in 2003, as I have indicated before, when they lost out to Zambia in the decider. That's a long time ago, 22 years ago. The last time they made it out of their group was 14 years ago. And they lost to Angola by 4 goals to 2 in that semi-final. But here they are. That was in 2011. Still a long time ago. Shows you that they haven't done so well in this competition. That is Malawi. This is their best ever display in this competition by reaching the final this time around. As it is still 30 minutes here to go. Some 30 minutes left for Malawi to perhaps cause a surprise here. Or rather, an upset for those that are supporting the South African team. Now, Mendes. What a pass there from Mendes. Could be another opportunity here. South Africa! Oh! My word! The goalkeeper there, Luciano Fanuel. Absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
I think lovely, once again, lovely goalkeeping from him, showing once again why he's the one starting for the game, for the team, and always delivering. Never fails to deliver, you know, he's never shy of performing to his optimum. Lovely goalkeeping there from Fanuel. Wow.
Bursting forward now. Will he be able to get in that cross? No. Somehow disappointing, but yes. Second time now that...
Just look at that replay there. Lovely pass there from Steven, you know, Menendez. I think he should have done better, you know. Sekhoto coming off of the bench. Lovely pass in there. Look at that stuff. You know, takes that lovely touch there, you know, another touch, goes for goal. I think Sekhoto should have done better with it. But I think, all in all, great goalkeeping from Fanuel.
Fanuel really denying the South Africans another one-on-one. Second one, in fact. Really doing great for his team. Should be the hero if Malawi should go in and win this one. Now, Safuli has been quiet. Safuli, Mendes, second striker there. Mendes is having a game of his life today. Another long one here too, and we know what this one can do. Taking on players as well. Bad boy, look at Bad boy. Bad boy coming through. Will that layup come in? Oh! Backheeled!
Wow!
Simple football for that matter. What a goal here, created by the young man, Emil Bad boy. Second assist of this match.
Oh my. And did you see that goal? You know, shows so much confidence, so much composure, you know, just spotting that opportunity, seeing that the goalkeeper is already on the ground and off his line, just, you know, just nicking it at the back of the line, at the back of the net with a back heel. Lovely goal there.
Simpiwe Mlondo, the goal scorer.
Look at that.
Look at that. And I was telling you,
and you know,
he is known for that. That is Emil Bad boy, just getting through that one. The goalkeeper there really trying his best, but unfortunately, backheeling that one is Simpiwe.
Look at that run. Look at that run, you know. Pressures, you know. Woo. Caught there flat-footed, and as a defender, you don't want that. What a touch there. What a touch. A lot of, you know, just oozing with so much confidence there. What a goal there from Simpiwe. Lovely stuff.
Score confirmation there. The South Africans are leading now by 2-0. And we have less than 35 minutes left, or rather 25 minutes, pardon me, in this match. And really, Bad boy there making Manjawira an ordinary player there. I mean, Manjawira had a very good tournament up until that point, leaving the young Bad boy. And now, really, Lamek rather, is it Mishek Biliat? Second ball there, disappointing.
And I think we need to give credit to Sianda, the number 3 left back of South Africa. He's doing such a lovely work in reading what Biliat is doing, just trying to get his body in the in between Biliat and the ball, and using his strength as an advantage there, understanding that Biliat is such a fast and pacey player, and him just, using his strength, his pace also, to just stop Biliat there from attacking those balls and getting those balls in to their goal.
Yes, I see here Teboho Langeni coming out and Lebohang Klamini coming in. Teboho Langeni was the man of the match when they played against Angola, and here he is having to make way now for another young man there in Lebohang Dlamini. Lebohang Dlamini. Now, Malawi, Bokamosho, Dlamini. And they just know how to buy time, the South Africans, whenever they are leading. Could be another opportunity there for Malawi. Oh, yes!
Ooh.
Where is that opportunity? How could they? Or is it a lack of support from his teammates?
I think he should have, already taken that shot. He had an opportunity to do so, but it once again turned into traffic, and that is how he lost that ball. Ooh.
Look at that. Could be a yellow card, another yellow card there for the Malawian player in James Songole.
Just look at that replay. And the substitute, Lebohang, causing that, he should have, that is where he was supposed to take that shot. He goes once again, turns into traffic, and the captain, just does so well in getting his toe there, his foot there.
And two players coming off there, and the Malawians are not happy. The Malawians are not happy here with that substitution. Sakanamba coming in, and off come Safuli, as well as Mango coming off here. We will just confirm the substitutions now in a moment. Mango is out. And Maxwell Sakanamba is in. Not so sure of the other player that went in. But we'll just have to make sure here. Look at that. Another one coming out is the goalkeeper, and he is fouled. He is fouled, and wishing to take that one very quick is the goalkeeper, but kept on being referred back by the referee. Now, James Songole. Strong run there. As you can see, another opportunity there for South Africa. Look at that, they shot! Another one again, and referee calls for a foul there. Well, we had those substitution confirmation there, momentarily there on your screen. Hands, there was a beautiful attack there from the South Africans, as you can see there. Wow, look at Stephen Mendes, and then coming through, trying to take a shot at that one. There we have it, Royce Malachi coming on for Fumalani Nkunu. Nkunu coming off. Could be another one here. And now he has that opportunity to take again against Mujambira. He is brought down and referee is not interested. And then James picked it up. James, can he bring in that deadly pass? Unfortunately, offside again there for the young man there in the number 16. Or the number 18 rather, in Lamek Midi. Now coming up here are the South Africans from the center line. Could be another opportunity there. Instead, wasting it. And now it is really end-to-end stuff here. Look at that. Another opportunity here for Malawi. Coming off strongly and well defended there.
I think great defensive work there by Palmer to just make sure he stops that attack there.
As Malawi gets the corner there, and the captain, that is Mishak Piliat, will want to whip that one in. Look at that corner kick again, and Malawi really struggling to go through there. It is not yet out. James Msolingi, rather Msongole. James again without throw-in. Little chip in there, couldn't find his teammate, and now Munjawira. Another free kick there for Malawi again. That was committed against the number 9, that is Clifford Chisale.
I think this should be a great opportunity for Malawi to get it, you know, at the back of the net. Just look at that replay there.
Yes.
I think a great position.
And I see here Kondwani Tebulo standing behind that one, not only him, who will take that free kick, and the three-man wall for South Africa. Is it well placed? I'm not so sure. But we see there another player, that is Mofata Nyonto. And another one!
What a save! What a shot there!
The young Seletu Wandiso Radebe.
I think great technique there by Tebulo to get that ball in there, you know, choosing the corner. And that is what he has been doing in the competition. And I think an even lovely save there by Radebe. Just make sure he gets that little touch on that ball just to make sure it's out there for a corner kick instead of at the back of his net.
Radibi gets to that one again. And look at Mendes. He's got that deadly pass, isn't it? And here he is. Look at, he might get a yellow card, yes?
Yes.
Deliberately doing so. Yellow card to Steven Mendes.
Just look at that lovely take there, and just, you know, just making sure he gets that touch on that ball. I'm not sure if he wanted to catch the ball, but I think a lovely save there by Radebe.
Sole to Lwandizo Radibi. Making some brilliant saves there. And now Malawi really pushing hard to get one goal back here, at least in these last 15 minutes or so. It will be really interesting if they can score now. Now, captain. Playing it forward here comes Malawi. Trying to take on that player there, but equal to the task. And now Mendes Mendes immediately finds Vetboy. Vetboy looking for support. Look at that! Simple stuff! The
Wow.
assist there for Vetboy. Not really selfish, isn't it? And there he is. And they have forgotten who has got the ball. Instead, all running to Vetboy.
I think great individual brilliance there that he brought there, understanding that he fumbled the chance and was just patient with himself, waiting for that run to come in from his teammates so that he can give him that through pass. I think lovely stuff there from Vetboy. That is what they're expecting. And I think an even better pass there by Steven, look at that run by Steven. Spotted Vetboy and went to, look at that control. He saw there, he fumbled it. He didn't rush to take that, just waiting for that run there. Ooh, and then he slots it at the back of the net. Lovely stuff there.
And I think everybody has
By
forgotten.
Sekgoto.
Everybody has forgotten as to who scored.
It looks like it's the jersey number 13, Sekgoto, coming up from the bench and, just making his claim there that he was supposed to start, but he's given an opportunity. And what a lovely way to, finish the tournament. You get an opportunity in the finals, you score.
There it is, South Africa 3 and Malawi 0. Ompemetse Sekgoto, the number 13. Another opportunity there. What does the referee says? He says plays on. And the goal scorer there, just for your reminder, number 13, Ompemetse Sekgoto. Sekgoto getting that score there, but interestingly is that everybody went to applaud, not the goal scorer, but Vetboy. Imagine.
Ooh.
Another red card there for one Malawian player.
And it looks like it's Tebulo, the number 12 of
Number 12 there,
Malawi.
Tebulo of Malawi. There he is, taking the walk of shame. It is the number 12 instead, Kondwani Tebulo.
Yeah, look at that replay there. Ooh.
Does it really deserve that? That was very high.
Come on.
That
I
was
think
very
that's
high.
a red card offense, especially, when you're trailing. I think a very selfish thing there to do from him, looking at the fact that they are trailing 3-0. With 77 minutes played here now, I think he should have done better with that. He could have waited on that tackle. A very high boot there. I think a great call by the referee to give Tebulo that red card. And now they're one man down.
And as you can see there, the player walking the walk of shame, really. Look at that, high one there, high boot, and rightly so, deserving a red card. And I see the indication there from the medics is that the player would perhaps continue with play. Not so sure what that thump meant, but they are here.
And I see some activity at the bench of the South African side. You have Sylvain Stevens warming up, just getting ready. His bib is off, shows that he's getting in the field. I think a great opportunity, especially when you are leading 3-0, getting a cap once again. He should be excited to come in the field, and he's one of those players that are really exciting to watch. Very skillful, very pacey, also strong when he's on the ball, as a willing runner as well.
Yes. And he is one of those players that really doesn't like the bench. Always like at starting in the first 11. But unfortunately, you would have to do what the coaches do at times. I mean, everybody on that bench wants to play, isn't it?
Yes, I think especially in a national team setup, You know that everyone is there because they're good enough to be there. Your job there is just to, support whoever plays. And when you do get the chance, you give your best. Give the coach a reason to give you a cap in the next match if you are going to still play. I think the team is bigger than any player. The nation is bigger than any player, and it is the highest honor of any player to play for the national team. Just to confirm the substitution there, you have jersey number 7, Sylvain Steven coming on, and you have jersey number 12 coming off for South Africa.
Jersey number 12 there. That is Lebohang Dlamini.
Oh wait, sorry, number 6 coming on, Bongani coming off.
Well, we will have to confirm that as there is only 10 minutes left in this match for South Africa to claim glory. Is it all over for the Malawians now? And it is showtime, it seems. Look at that display there. Vision really very good. It will be showtime for the South Africans. They are capable of showing off. We have seen them against the Angolans. That one will show off, yes. That one will show off. He has the skills. And Jabulo. And Bokamo will show now. Playing very relaxed there at the back. Look at it.
Showtime! Showtime!
They are capable of doing that. They are capable of doing that. Now playing back to the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper doesn't want to take any chances there. Nice little through pass there. Goalkeeper coming out. Really feeling pity for him there. The goalkeeper of Malawi did all that he can.
Yes, definitely fought a good fight today.
Yes, unfortunately, 3 of those many saves he couldn't. And it is showtime now for South Africa. Mendes, not so sure if he can do those showboating. Stephen?
Yeah, but I think he fought an even better fight, when you look at those attacks, those goal-scoring opportunities, all of them coming through the boots of Mendes today.
Look at that one.
Ozala.
He can do that. He has the capability of doing that. Oh, and the crowd here is going gaga.
Woo.
We can't. Crowd here is going wild. Look at that.
I think Lebohang just wasting the ball, the opportunity just by holding on to it too long. Vertboy was here running on the left flank, and he could have shed that ball with Vertboy earlier, and they would have avoided this offside that they got right now. I think the Malawi side should be frustrated with the way the South Africans are really keeping the ball and, just wasting time on the ball.
Look at that again. They can really embarrass you at times. There's South Africans. Mendes, he's not one of them that would try to display those skills there, or rather dribbling skills.
And that is what we've seen
more
the entire matchup. Yes.
Yeah, he is more a player that would want to play forward.
Yeah, he's a player that plays the basics, and you know, it looks so beautiful when he's doing it. He doesn't need to dribble to look good. He's doing the basics, he's doing the right thing, and it has been beneficial for the South African side so far.
Look at that throw in now for Malawi. Relaxing as there is only 5 minutes left now for Malawi to perhaps get a consolation goal here, or even force matters with getting on the score sheet here 3 times to perhaps equalize. Playing there from the back again. It is all over now. It is all, or rather the South Africans are all over Malawi now. And they will do those passes, and there he is. Good boy.
Oh,
Good
proceed
boy.
with caution.
Good boy, look at that. And the crowd loves that.
Ooh! Ah, come on!
Oh, yeah. Another yellow card there.
He took the bait.
Another yellow card. That was a perfect setup there by Good boy.
And Precious Kwalenga, you know, just not having that. Look at that. Stevens to Good boy. Ooh, and Kwalenga says enough of you.
Really, these young boys here. Precious Kwalenga getting a yellow card. Sylvain, the young man that came in there, Sylvain, you can see him controlling that midfield. There he is, the number 7. Finished his high school at Lentechi High School, all the way from Mitchell's Plain in Cape Town. He was here last year for the COSAFA Schools Championship tournament that was played in Walfish Bay. I was privileged and honored to do commentary on that one as well last year. And here we are again. COSAFA Under 20 Men's Championship. There is a man down. There's a player down here for Malawi.
Look at that replay there. Ooh, good boy. Ooh.
What is that?
It's time to entertain.
Oh my word. Yeah, it is what it is here at UNAM Stadium. As we are still waiting for the Malawian player here to get up and score. You can see there already having one man down is Malawi, with Kondwani Tebula being red carded. And not disappointing, the spectators here came in full numbers. Another restart there, and only 1 minute left, plus optional time. Not so sure as to how many minutes will be added for Malawi. to perhaps stage a great comeback here. Are they going to do that with those wrong passes? I don't think so. Start a foul for Malawi this time around. And then we have it, 3 minutes of additional time for Malawi to stage a great comeback here. Captain Billiard. And now captain fighting back there. Quick throw in there for the Malawians. They know time is not on their side as James tried to run there.
Ooh.
Look at that. The crowd is going wild.
And he raises his hand back. I didn't do anything wrong.
Oh my word. Look at that. South Africans throwing that one there to the right. Will that cross come in? Unfortunately not. Quick throw in there for the South Africans. What can they do this time around? Look at that showboating. They have the skills. They have the skills. Coming forward here, knocking that ball around as if there is no Malawian team on that soccer pitch. They are playing as if there is no opponents here. And now another free kick there for South Africa. Playing it very quick there. And now another chance for him to make the crowd go gaga.
And you can see the fans tell them, pass it to Bad Boy, pass it to Bad Boy.
Yes, that is what they like around here. Showing off. And they really want the ball to be played to Bad Boy. Malawi, can they make something out of that one? Could be another opportunity here, perhaps to get a consolation goal, and it is a penalty. Right in the last seconds of this match.
I thought there was a dive from him there. I thought he committed the handball there. I thought he committed the handball or the foul there.
And the referee saw it otherwise, unfortunately. We don't have a VAR here. We are privileged to see this one on action replay. But yes, he was pushed from behind. And now, penalty here for Malawi. Can they get one past Radibi? Radibi. And you can see there. Oh, it is Mango.
And it looks like this is going to be the last action of the match, with the 3 minutes of additional time already gone.
And Mango will take his tally of goals to 5 if he gets this one. Mango! Saved! Radibi! Saving that one, and it's all over! Woo! What a display from the South Africans!
What a match!
Throughout this tournament here. And they have defeated Malawi by 3 goals to 0. They are the champions, the South Africans. Look at Radibi. Very pleased with himself. Hacking there, or rather hacked by Stephen Mendes. It's like as if they can't believe this. But yes, it is what it is. Look at that penalty.
Just look at that. I think unnecessary from him, but a lovely save there by Radebe, just to, get the touch on that ball. Lovely stuff. Look at that. I think he undermined Radebe, and Radebe really saved him there. I mean, saved that penalty. Lovely save there.
Lovely save, indeed. As the tables are laid, the stage is laid for the South Africans to go and lift that one up there. As we are waiting for player of the match to be announced as well, is as if it is Emil Vetboy. Emil Vetboy is the man of the match. No DNA, just RSA. There is a poster here. There he is, the young Emil Vetboy, player of the match. He really did well, isn't it?
Yeah, I think a well-deserved player of the match accolade there. A good fight from him and the team. I think he played for the team, and that is why he's there, trying to get into those spaces, trying to create opportunities from chances that don't exist, making something out of nothing. Great performance there by Emil Vetboy.
And the celebrations are going on here for the South Africans, as we are waiting for those highlights to just give you a recap as to what you have missed. And there it is, the highlights coming through. And the highlights coming through. That is how they started off, the two teams coming out. I mean, Malawi really coming short of here this time around. Look at that. First attack there by the South Africans, coming through there. I mean, the young man there in the number 11, Simpiwe Ndlondo, really playing good, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he had a lovely game from the start. Look at that attempt there again, once again, and Radebe coming to the rescue for his team. He tried so hard to keep his team in the match from the first minute to the last. Lovely ball there by Emil. Lovely touch there by Jabulo, just to get that at the back of the net. And that is the moment, that was the defying moment of this match. They needed to score their goal so early in the match. Lovely ball in there by Emil Vetboy. And an even better touch there, going for the far post. Goalkeeper stood no chance there.
Jabulo Kayale to Nzimela, being the player there. And mind you, he is a defender, coming all the way from the back to score that one. And was another opportunity there. Look at that cross by Mlondo. And unfortunately, Neo Botloko couldn't get to that one. Did touch it, but sent it way off target. Botloko. And Malawi came through here really with the captain. That is Mishak Biliat, stretching Radi Bide. And there was no player from Malawi to perhaps threaten there. But now the young man, look at that. That was Mlangeni playing it back there to Vetboy. And there Mango coming, bursting through that one, and claiming that he was fouled, and the referee was not really interested in that one, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
yes.
Great stuff from him there. Just trying to make those runs, using his speed as an advantage, but I think he should have taken that shot before Zianda came in there to intercept him, or just get that little touch on him,
yes,
just to make him a bit uncomfortable on the ball and take the ball from him.
And as you can see there, Mango trying to, and really it was all over then that was for the second half. As you can see there, that foul there, and very good run there by the young man in Vetboy. Vetboy coming through, unfortunately, brilliant save there by Luciano Fanuel. Look at that shot again there. And it was then that opportunity that was granted to Vetboy, running very strongly, really. He has speed. It's not only skills, remember. And there he is, and Luciano Fanuel making a brilliant save. Really brilliant save, and there it is, the number 14. Look at that, young man in Safuli, and I think the captain should have thrown him just to touch that one. Brilliant pass there from Stephen Mendes, and here the goalkeeper again coming through there for Malawi. Look at that through pass coming through there, the number 13 young man in Ompimete Sekhoto, and unfortunately couldn't get on the score sheet there. But then came this young man again, Vedboy. Look at that. Look at that coming through, and feeling pity for Wanjawira there. And with that lay off and back heel there by the young man in number 11 in Sipiwe Mlondo. And that was the save earlier from Sekhoto. And the celebrations went on, isn't it? Celebrations went on. And if you just notice there, most of the players are actually congratulating Vidboy instead of Mlondo, the goal scorer. Look at that, another opportunity that was wasted by Malawi, by Safuli.
I think they had a lot of opportunities, you know, just wasted all those opportunities.
Yeah.
Lovely stuff there.
Yeah. And another shot that was blocked there. Another free kick there, and look at Radibi making a very good save there. Absolutely well taken free kick, but then Radibi there saving that one brilliantly, and that was the one from Mendes. Look at that young man there trying to take his time and realizing that he was closed, waited for support and just chipping in that one in brilliantly, and wow, boom, a goal. And that is the time. Look at that, not even giving attention to the goal scorer there. The red card was given there to the young Tebulo. Tebulo couldn't get to that one, and look at those skills displayed by Vidboy. And then came the penalty just at the dying minutes. And what a save from Radibi. Look at that, casually taken, and Radibi says, no, you cannot do that to me. I'm just too much awake for that one. And it is what happened here at the Unam Stadium, right in the capital city of Namibia. We will be back with the award ceremony here in a moment.
Of Namibia, where red dunes meet ocean blues, where sunsets write poetry across the sky. A new chapter is about to begin. From Swakopmund's breeze to vintage rhythm, we don't just play for points, we play with purpose, with pride, with heart. In 2025, we welcome you, Region 5, 10 nations strong, not just to compete, but to connect, to grow, to shine. Our streets know struggle. Our people, they know strength. And our youth, they know exactly what it means to rise. So step into our home. Feel the beat of Africa beneath your feet. Let the cheers echo through Independence Stadium. Let your story unfold with every race, every goal, every try. This is for you. This is Namibia. This is your time. Own the moment.
It is the Region 5 Youth Games 2024. We're excited for you to join us in the land of the brave, Windhoek, Namibia. We're also excited for you to join us on the socials, and we have 3 main hashtags for these games. And I've got my chairman here, as well as my general manager, to share with us the hashtags. Hashtag
Own the moment.
and hashtag,
I am Region 5.
and it is hashtag More Than Games. We're excited. Join us on those socials. Join us, share your videos with us, and walk this journey with us. It is Region 5 Youth Games 2024. See you there.
My name is Jacqueline Gertze. I am the General Manager for the local organizing committee for the Region 5 Youth Games, Namibia 2024. The beautiful thing about the Region 5 Youth Games is that is your biggest multi-sport event in the SADC region. From our side as the local organizing committee and from the desk of the General Manager, you know, all systems are running. And as a country, we can with confidence say we are ready to welcome 9 other nations into Namibia as early as from 29th of June. For the first time also, this is the 11th edition, but for the first time, Special Olympics is part of the multiple sports event such as this, which is the Region 5 Youth Games. So inclusivity stands out as a very big highlight. And then also, not only inclusivity in terms of special athletes, athletes of disability, but also women, girls and boys competing in different sports codes with equal opportunity. It's a very big moment for communities and the nations to gel, to come together, get to know each other, and really represent the African Union vision. The main factor here is sports infrastructure development to enable everybody to have access to sports. Namibia always promoted the active participation of young people in arts, music, sport, and so on, but the one thing was missing, and that is that we don't have access to sports facilities for everybody that loves the game. These games is basically creating that. We are representing the government of Namibia. When they speak, they refer to boys and girls, able and disabled. There's no moment in these games, and over the times that I have lived into sport, that I have seen leadership speaking with the same voice in terms of inclusivity. And that is, for me, the best space to work in, and that inspires me a lot.
My name is Ndoripula Hamtumwa. I'm the chairperson of the Region 5 Youth Games. Namibia is known for hosting major multidisciplinary games. As you recall, in 2006, Namibia hosted this edition, and that created a platform for us to be able to host junior multidisciplinary competition such as the AU Region 5 Youth Games. We have the systems in place, therefore Namibia is destined to host these major games. This is a platform where we shape characters, where we shape new ideals, where we create friendship, where we begin to speak about economic empowerment, youth empowerment, and this creates excitement. This brings in the nerves to make the competition great, because this is where we break barriers. Destiny is only shaped by those that believes in working with the youth. And for me, I remain indebted to these young men and women who believes that Africa must arise, and it can only be arise by bringing everybody together and bringing the youth at the center of development. My wish is that when all the athletes that are coming here, they must come with an open mind that dreams can become a reality. Sport has the power to create an economic enhancement in the lives of all the athletes. So I wish all the athletes that are coming here all the best, and as I said, all dreams are valid and they can be a reality through sport.
Welcome back, and as we are about to witness the award ceremony here of the Under-20, rather the COSAFA Under-20 Championship here at the UNAM Stadium. As you can see there, that is the athletes. That participated in
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now start with the award ceremony
COSAFA
for
Under-20 tournament.
And we'll start with the third, fourth place referees medals. We'll call upon the match officials for the third, fourth place playoff. Lynette Moyo, Lokubango Tlamini, Martha Nemasango, Jubile Bangi, and Leticia Manga. There is the match assessor.
Those are the match officials as they rightly go to claim their medals this time around.
Please, let's give them a round of applause for an outstanding job for the officials.
So far, Lydiana, I mean the umpires as well. Not the umpires, but rather the referees. They really did well as well.
Final match for the
fair refereeing from all the referees. I think it goes to show the development in the referee development is also at par with COSAFA. You know, investing in this new referees. You can see this upcoming referees, but very fair referees. They have a great understanding of the game, and it was lovely to watch them officiate these matches.
As we see the referees as well from the men's games, receiving their accolades as well this time around. We can only celebrate really as COSAFA has created this platform for our youth and young people to really come and display their talents here. It's waiting on the bronze medal teams to come up and take their medals and whatever prizes.
Time now for the individual awards, starting with the Fair Play Award, and it goes to Namibia. Captain Nancy Lebang to receive the Fair Play Award for Namibia.
Lebang there receiving Fair Play Award.
Yeah, I think the team really displayed great sportsmanship on the field and off the field, and I think a well-deserving award there for Namibia to get the Fair Play Award for the women's side.
And they're collecting that medal there. Rather, that award there is the team captain.
Ladies and gentlemen, goalkeeper of the tournament goes to jersey number 1 of Zambia, Margaret Piri. Please, a round of applause for Margaret.
Nebang receiving that one, but then Margaret Piri, goalkeeper of the tournament.
Yes, I think an outstanding performance from her from the start of the tournament to the end of the tournament. Really kept her team at bay and in the competition. Lovely goalkeeping there, and a very deserving award for her. A huge congratulations for Margaret Piri for getting the Golden Glove in this year's edition.
There she is, Margaret Piri, receiving that one there. The future is bright,
The
isn't it?
next award is top goal scorer of the tournament. It's a joint top goal scorer. Jersey number 9 of Zambia, Ruth Mukoma, with 6 goals. And jersey number 10 of Zambia, Galaya Chileze, with 6 goals. They are the joint top goal scorers of the tournament.
And they are coming, Ruth Mukoma with 6 goals. And
However,
Gilese as well.
the award only goes to one player, jersey number 9 of Zambia, Ruth Mukoma, and she has 3 assists overall, while Galaya Chileze has 1 assist. That is the indication that is the match assessment,
Very
the
interesting
technical
one there.
study group. There we have it, Ruth Mukoma and Galaya Chileze with 6 goals. However, Ruth Mukoma takes that is the award with 3 assists overall.
Ruth Mukoma, interesting one there, taking a joint top goal scoring position there with Gilese. But unfortunately, Gilese there losing out on that one because of the 3 assists that Ruth Mukoma had.
Goes to jersey number 20 of Zambia, Silaya Mwanza. A round of applause for Silaya Mwanza, top player of the tournament, wearing jersey number 20 for Zambia.
Player of the tournament there, Mwanza. And that is for the girls tournament, isn't it?
Yes, I think very much deserving by Silaya Mwanza to get the player of the tournament. You know, we've seen her from the start of the tournament in those group stage matches, collecting those player of the match awards time and time again, you know, match after match. I think a very deserving player, and I'm so excited to see how great she becomes in the future. This is the platform for players to shine, you know, and she took that opportunity.
For the team awards, the bronze medal goes to Botswana. Botswana to receive the bronze medal.
Botswana.
They ended 3rd in the tournament.
Botswana get the
A round of
bronze
applause for
medal,
Botswana.
I mean.
3rd place finish in the COSAFA U20 Women's Championship.
And there they are, collecting those medals, young faces, where they really have a bright future. I mean, they really deserve it, isn't it, after losing against Namibia in the group stages.
Yes, I think a hard-fought victory from them.
Yes, by then they were assured of the semi-final spot. And then after losing that, coming back to take revenge and winning that match by 1 goal to 0. Claiming the bronze medal here. Botswana. I think they will be driving tomorrow morning back to Gaborone, and there are different destinations. Because I believe not all comes from Gaborone. There they are. Really had a good tournament, isn't it? Botswana, unfortunately, coming third to take bronze this time around.
Yes, I think, but they should be proud of themselves because of how much they fought, especially yesterday. We've seen them, they were defeated by Namibia in the group stages, coming into that match from a defeat in the group stages, just, taking it on a clean slate and giving it their best, edging Namibia by 1-0 yesterday, just to claim that bronze medal win. I think a very important victory for them. They scored when it mattered, they won when it mattered, and a huge congratulations to them for winning that bronze medal.
And there they are. All of them received what is due to them. Part of the technical team also coming off there.
And now to receive the silver medals. The silver medalists are South Africa, runners-up the COSAFA Women's Championships. Please, South Africa, come and receive your silver medal. Congratulations, Africa. A round of applause.
And there is the South Africans claiming silver medal there. I mean, they too did well, unfortunately falling at their last hurdle, Lydiana.
Yeah, I think a good fight from them earlier today that we've seen, unfortunately conceding those goals, especially that last one in the last minutes, in the dying minutes of the game, really broke them. But I think they should be proud of themselves, coming to play the finals once again, showing why they are one of the sides that, always win medals and win trophies at competitions of this caliber. I think a huge congratulations to them for coming this far and taking home the silver medal in this year's editions.
As you can see there, Zoe October, the famous young lady there from South Africa, receiving her medal. Christine as well coming there in, receiving that medal. And South Africans really, their hearts were broken, conceding that last minute goal there. And the free kick that they couldn't, or rather the goalkeeper, Kuzen, couldn't really do anything about that one.
Yeah, we could see the absolute heartbreak that she, was experiencing. She really broke down. But I think football is a game of mistakes, and it's not a loss for them. It's an opportunity to learn. Some of them will have a chance to come back again next year. They can maybe do better next year.
And there is their coach, also receiving that silver medal. There they are. I mean, it has been a very good tournament. As you can see there, the South Africans lining up just to perhaps clap hands to the champions.
It goes to Zambia. A round of applause for the champions.
There they come.
Zambia are the champions of the COSAFA Under-20 Women's Championships. And they receive the gold medals and the trophy.
As they receive really a powerful team here that really showed some intent from their first match here. That was against Namibia, rowing actually.
Yeah, I think they fought a really good fight from the moment they stepped on the pitch, just dominating every single play, so much skill in the team, so much finesse when they play. Their style of play is so lovely to watch. Such a strong team, a very well-oiled machine. You can see there was investment into these girls, a very fit team, physically strong, also very fast, fitness-wise, also, at the top of their game. Every moment they went onto the field, they made their presence felt. They've announced themselves since the first match in Group B, just being the dominant side from the start. I think a very well-deserving team to be taking this trophy home in this year's edition. I think a great fight from them, and they should be really proud of themselves for what they pulled off here. What a tournament they had, Team Zambia.
What a tournament they had. It is Zambia as the Region 5 Youth Games, COSAFA Under 20 Women's Championship champions here. There they are, about to be given that trophy.
The championship trophy is the captain
As,
of Zambia.
As the captain is awarded the trophy, and he will be happy to take it
All right, I will give a countdown for
his
the
team, or to her
lifting
team.
of the trophy by the captain.
There
Please
they
go
are.
in the center so we can do a countdown.
And there they
And
are.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the champions!
Zambia are the COSAFA Under 20 Women's Championship champions. It is 2024, or rather 2025 edition. My word. Region 5 Youth Games here in Windhoek. There they are, the champions.
What a performance from them, even just scooping those individual awards from top goal scorer to player of the tournament, the Zambian side really coming into this competition just to make a clean sweep there. What a performance from the Zambian girls. Lovely
And
stuff.
the celebrations goes on there
Well, thank you so much.
as they are doing a dance routine there.
Proceeding with their world
Deservingly so.
Under 20 Youth Championship.
Yes, he certainly deserves this one. They are the champions, the Zambian team. And now we go to the category of the men's tournament.
Thank you very much, Yavita. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will start with the award ceremony and the medal
Celebrations all over
presentation for the boys category, starting with the match officials for the third and fourth place playoff. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our match officials in the third and fourth place playoff as they come to the podium. Our referee, Antonio Shivavel from Mozambique, Banatswa Masawi from Zimbabwe, Gubishita Unika from Namibia, David Chinoko from Malawi, and our referee's assessor, Jackson Pavada from Namibia. Put your hands together.
And there they are, the match officials that really did well.
Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Now for the gold medals, our officials for the gold medals. Our referee, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome them to the podium. Referee Owen Manenda from Zimbabwe, Macario Kuveto from Mozambique, Klaus Bonifacius from Namibia, and Charles Gardner from Zambia, with the referee's assessor, Stanley Hachiwa from...
There it is, still the match officials here
Ladies and gentlemen,
receiving their medals. And really had some, one would say, I'm not so sure whether to call that questionable decisions, especially those called by the spectators and perhaps
and now, ladies and
benches
gentlemen,
of
we move to the
various
individual
teams.
awards.
I think they did
Perhaps.
such a great job, the match officials. Spectators usually are biased. When you're supporting a certain team and something happens, you always want to support them. But I think a very fair, display from the referees, and they should be proud of themselves and how they actually handled this. This tournament was so intense.
Not so sure as to
I think it's the Fair Play Award.
Fair Play Award, South Africa. receiving that one. Fair play award goes to the South African team. Fair play goes to South Africa. And we will have the goalkeeper.
Our top goal scorer with 5 goals. Player number 10 from Malawi, Hango.
That player of the tournament. I'm not so sure, no. Top goal scorer. That is the top goal scorer, Mwisho Mango. Top goal scorer of the tournament. There he is with 4 goals. That is
I think one of those players that really stood out in the competition, you know, very lethal when he's attacking, great working rate, great effort when he steps on the pitch. I think a very bright future he has there, the young man, Mwisho Mango. Well deserved, and I think all those goals, it was lovely watching him, honestly.
yes. Top goal scorer, Mwisho Mango. As we wait.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, our goalkeeper from South Africa, Soweto Radebe.
Radebe, goalkeeper of the tournament, Golden Glove.
I think once again proving why he deserves to get this award. I think he kept his team in the competition from the first moment. I think lovely goalkeeping from him, and I think it is very important that a goalkeeper is as confident as he is, very comfortable on the ball, and also a very deserving player. Lovely skill from him as a goalkeeper. He really stood out and well-deserved goalkeeper, goalkeeper of the tournament award given there to him.
Radizo Radebe. Can't quite get what the announcer there is saying.
He's the player of the tournament, like I mentioned before. A very bright future he holds, the young man. Malawi's player that, answers the questions for him, asks the questions. As you can just see there, the jersey number 10 of Malawi, Mwisho Mango, the player of the tournament of this year's edition. I think a very deserving player. I cannot stress that enough, From the moment he came into this tournament, announced his presence, and was the one player that really tried to do his best every time he stepped on the field. Very deserving there.
Yes. As Mwisho Mango there, player of the tournament. And now for the bronze medal here. Here comes Zambia, collecting bronze. Really, I think they were the favorites of this tournament, isn't it?
Yes, but I think that is the beauty of football. It is so unpredictable. You have a bad day today, you have a good day tomorrow. I think lovely performance from them, a stellar performance, if I must say. They should be proud of themselves for getting the bronze medal. I think a great display of football that they've given since the group stage matches, and also congratulations to them for getting the bronze medal in this year's edition.
There they are, getting those medals. Some of them immediately taking it off. I'm not so sure as to why. Perhaps being disappointed.
Or maybe it's a little too heavy for them.
Maybe. Hence they settled for bronze. How about the gold? How about gold? Would have been even more difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that is, look at that, taking it off. Yeah. Receiving the gold medal. Zambia really played well as well.
Yeah, especially after yesterday's display that they had, leading a 1-0 and, drawing and winning on penalties. They should be proud of themselves for what they put out there yesterday. They put a really good fight out there against Angola yesterday.
Yeah.
Champions of 2025, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the podium our silver medalist, Malawi.
Malawi taking here is the silver medal, silver position. Many here at the stadium said coming into this final they were the favorites. Unfortunately falling short with 3 goals against the South Africans.
Yeah, I think a great display they had. Also very dominant side when we're looking at Group A. I think made their presence also known, and they announced themselves into this tournament in a great way. I think a very deserving side to get the silver medal today. Just fell short to South Africa in the finals, but they should be proud of themselves and the performance, the stellar performance that they put out there in the final match today. Great football display from them.
Great display indeed. And as they receive those medals, and I think they will be lining up as well to just congratulate the South Africans as the young player there limping in Safuli. Madalito, no, not him there, he is Safuli receiving his medal. And there they are lining up to congratulate the South Africans as they will be called anytime now to go and receive the golden medals. There they are lining up. You can clearly see there number 14 in Madalito Safuli. And we have number 6 there, Mofat Nyonto. We have James Mzongole, one of the players that really was outstanding.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome South Africa!
South Africa, the champions, coming through. They have really played well, defended this cup here, and well, skills, they have the skills. They can contain the ball, or rather maintain the ball in terms of ball possession. They can do that. They have a plan, always have a plan, especially when they lead. They would break their opponents by just knocking that ball around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful football.
Also another side that really came into this competition, especially in Group B, and just made sure that they were the ones in charge of the group, qualifying for the semi-finals, going into the semi-finals, also beating Angola by 2-0. Not an easy side to defeat, but the South African side really made it look effortless. They're such a lovely side to watch, a great team, have so much quality when they play. I think a great future that they have. Great display of football from the start of the tournament, just making their intentions clear that they are here to win this trophy. They are here to retain their title, and that is just what they did today. A lovely display in this final match that they did, against Malawi, edging them by 3-0 in this final. I think great football display there from them, and they should be proud of themselves for what they've accomplished today.
And there they are, still receiving their medals. The young boys there dancing around really. And they will go back home and say, yes, we have made it. And I believe next year this same championship will be played. Not so sure around this time where it will take place. Other than that, yes, the captain there receiving the big trophy to take it to his teammates. And that is Captain Bokamosho Mokokosi. Bokamosho Mokokosi. There he is with that beautiful trophy, walking all the way to the other stage and going to present it to his teammate. And there he comes, about to leave that one. And South Africa, yes. South Africa are the COSAFA under 20 men's champions here in Windhoek, Namibia at the Union Stadium. Congratulations, South Africa. And there we are as the celebrations will go on here. And Region 5 Youth Games held in Windhoek comes to an end as South Africa are crowned the COSAFA under 20 men's champions. Lydiana, it has been great doing all this job here with you. I mean, thank you so much for coming through. And from my side here, Donald Bogosing Chwaro Mamputi was on it. Till next time, it is goodbye.
To the ocean.